Hi again, back for more Geisha Wigs reviews. I'm going to go with ones that I have from a couple of years back. Well, one of them anyway, my very first wig, in fact, which is not coming across colour-wise very well on my screen. It's coming across more blue. This is actually Passionfruit, which is a stunning purple. I think is probably one of the nicest purples that I've seen in the Geisha Wigs purple sort of selection over the years. The best the description that I can say is where the shine is on my screen anyway, that's kind of reflecting the better sort of a shade of purple. Now it might come across better in the actual video when I see it, but it probably won't. I will put up a photo at the end though. I'll link a couple of photos of me wearing it where you'll actually see exactly the shade of purple that it is. But as you can see, it's lovely and long, and it's got lovely kind of a body wave sort of a bounce to the end rather than it being horrendously curly. Really soft, lovely and thick, and it's got side fringe. I suppose you could cut in a different sort of fringe into it if you wanted. Black inner cap, which I, as I said in the last video, put on the first or second loop for when I'm putting it on. That one's already in from the last time I wore it. So I'm going to pop some pins in my hair now in a second, and I'll pop that one on. And then this one is my next one I'm going to do is Firey. I have it plaited just for storage. I got this one for Christmas. This was my Christmas wig. So I'm going to just pin up my hair and stick Passionfruit on. I'll show you that one. So bear with me. There we have Passionfruit. Like I say, she's very soft, very kind of luxurious feeling. And it's the bouncy kind of curls that they're almost, it's just tousled, which I love. Bit of hair showing there. But this, like I say, the colour isn't representing very well, but I do love this wig. Absolutely adore it. I've worn it a few times to different protests and marches and stuff like that. And it's a real sort of festival, definitely a very festival, or mermaid. You could even kind of vamp it up a little bit and go a bit vampire chic with it if you wanted to. You could put it slightly more to the side if you wanted an even more of a side fringe. But you can see how long. It's beautiful. So there she is. Now, I don't think she's available on the site at the moment. You might be able to make an inquiry with Maria and find out what the situation is with some of the other older wigs that were discontinued, have made a comeback through popular demand, I'm assuming. Archer being one of them. I'd been wanting Archer for a long time, and then it disappeared off the listing, but it's back on again. So the same thing could happen with this because it is such a fabulous purple. Like I say, it's actually one of the nicest purples that have been on the site. Brings out the blue in my eyes. So that's that baby. She's fabulous. Love it. So like I said, I will put up a photograph of Passionfruit and Firey at the very end so that you can get a proper idea of the colour, because it really isn't, like there is showing for me as the proper purple, and down here where the actual shine is, as opposed to the rest of it, which looks more blue, like peacock summer I think it is, but it's not like that at all. It's a completely different colour, blue, or purple rather. So there she is anyway. Like I say, love her. If she comes back onto the listings, I would recommend everybody get her because she's just fabulous. So I'm going to pop her off now, and I'm going to put Firey on, and we'll see what happens then. I'm in here somewhere. It's the Pippi look. I just love how bushy and fluffy these ones are. So, Firey, obviously in the crimped range, has a beautiful tips at the bottom. If you can see, it fades to a yellow, obviously like a fire. And has a fringe that, like, I've seen people with it, with these wigs cut in full fringes straight across, and I've seen them completely pinned up, pinned under if you want to cover up. I've got a funky hairline. I was blessed with a very dodgy hairline, so with that in mind, it's kind of tricky covering it. So these bits here are crucial. So if you want to, you can pin them. So they stay covering. So there you can see. Now, the last time I wore Firey, I had a bandana. So I put it up into a bun. I used Rachel's tutorial on doing an updo, and I put it up into a bun. It's a good fun way of wearing these big wigs. If you're going somewhere where you just think the hair is going to get caught in everything and you don't want people pulling at it, or if there's going to be crowds of people, they could end up getting kind of tugged on bags, shoulders and stuff like that. So if you want to put it up, I recommend you pin everywhere. So bobby pins everywhere. I might give it an attempt now in a minute and see how good we can manage. Give it a shot, sure. But basically, the main idea is going to be pins all over the place, because you don't want it budging at all. And the bun will be up here at the top. So we'll start pinning and see how we get on. There's my Firey up style. I don't know what it looks like from the back, but you saw how short my hair was at the back, so you have to bear with me on that one. I have to shave off any bits that want to get in the way. If I want to do this one again, I think. So there's Firey in a bun. I'll stick up photos of that that I had done previously as well, with the different bandana, but I actually really like this one, so I'll definitely be doing more with this particular bandana now. This one arrived, I got it on eBay from China. I think it was like €1 or something. And they had every single colour you could imagine. So, Firey in an updo. My husband actually prefers this one up than down. He just thinks the hair is just so big and it kind of takes over a little bit. But there are times when that's absolutely epic. And I'm going to put up a photograph of my friend Tracy, who I took a photo of her one evening when we were here playing with my wigs, as you do. And I took a fabulous photograph of her, and she's in I think it's a blue top, and it just contrasted beautifully against the orange and the yellow, and her skin tone and everything is fab. So I'm going to stick a photo of Tracy up as well. She'll get a kick out of that. So if you liked this and want to see more wigs, I'm going to show you more wigs anyway, so you may if you're already looking at this, chances are you just like looking at wig videos, so we're cool. There'll be a couple more wigs tomorrow. And then hopefully my 2 new ones will arrive also. So just as I was about to take Firey off, I just had a thought to show you how using the lighter ends in a photo shoot and so on to create different looks. So obviously the first, when I had it on initially, is just the kind of out of the bag, pop it on your head, orange down to the yellow tips. But with a little bit of clever pinning, you can get a cool actual fire, the clue is in the name I suppose, effect. Just by lifting up sections and pinning them up towards the top, so you actually get the different fire effect tones going through. So you can imagine that with some sort of a cool outfit. Sorry, my dog is chewing her bone in the crate behind me here. She's in heaven. But you can see how you could create a fantastic look using these crimped dip dyed ends wigs. There's so many, Blueberry Fizz, a huge amount of ones that have this striking colour on the end, fading to a much lighter version of the same one or a contrasting one. But with cool pinning, you get awesome effects that could work really well with different photo shoot ideas. So keep it in mind when you're looking at the in-stock section on geishawigs.co.uk. Get wiggy!